Welcome to Blazing Baseball, episode number 143, where we blaze through today's baseball topics, and we are Astros and Yankees fans. So right now we are watching the LA Angels at the Toronto Blue Jays. And it is
Springer.
the 6th. Yep, Springer's up. Shohei Ohtani is pitching, and the Angels are winning 1-0.
All right.
And
Angels are winning.
in today's news, we have
It's good for the Yankees.
an Astro named to the Team USA for the World Baseball Classic, and we have a Yankee who got a jersey mix-up, and we have a story. We'll talk about the judge also today.
Yeah. All right. All good stuff.
And so
Happy Saturday, Blazing Baseball fans.
yes, and so also playing right now, we have the Rays at Bum Sox and the Dodgers at Marlins. And later today, also the Pirates at Phillies. And then later today, we have the Reds at Nats. Sorry if I mispronounced any names on this podcast. The Reds starting pitcher is Sessa, who is 3-2, versus the Nats Espino, who is zipping 5. And then we have the Tigers at Rangers with the Tigers Rodriguez Ed, who is 2-3, versus the Rangers Kuchel, who's 2-7. And then we have the Orioles at Astros with the Orioles Kremer, who is 5-4, versus the Astros Urquidy, who is 12-4. And then we have the Rockies at Mets with the Rockies Freeland, who is 7-8, versus the Mets Peterson, who is 6-3. And then we have the Padres at Royals with the Padres Darvish, who is 10-7, versus the Royals Lynch, who is 4-8. And then we have the D-backs at White Sox with the D-backs Kelly, who is 10-5, versus the White Sox Martin, who is 2-3. And then we have the Cubs at Brewers with the Cubs Smiley, who is 5-7, versus the Brewers Woodruff, who is 9-3. And then we have the Giants at Twins with the Giants Cobb, who is 4-6, versus the Twins Gray, who is 7-4. And then we have the Braves at Cards with the Braves Morton, who is 6-5, versus the Cards Montgomery, who is 7-3. And then we have the Yanks at A's with the Yanks Herman, who is 2-2, versus the A's Aller, who is 2-6. And then we have the Guardians at Mariners with the Guardians Plesac, who's 2-11, versus the Mariners Castillo, who is 5-5.
Yep, that's the late game in Seattle at 9:10. Got a full stack, 15 games today, loaded with baseball. We'll start it off with last night. The Baltimore Orioles in Houston defeated the Houston Astros 2-0. Astros only had 4 hits. They were cold at the plate. The Orioles had very good pitching. Brandish got the win. He went 8 innings. He gave up 2 hits. He had 6 strikeouts. His earned run average is over 5, but he shut down the Astros last night. Tate got to save his 3rd of the season. His earned run average is 2.70. The losing pitcher for the Astros was Javier. He's 7-9 for the season. He came in relief and pitched 3 innings, but he gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs. His earned run average is 2.97. So the Astros lost in Minute Maid Park last night to the Birds with 31,035 fans in attendance. But they're going to have at it again tonight.
So at Minute Maid at 6:10 Central Time, we have Dean Kremer up on the mound first for the Orioles, who is 5-4, who is a right-handed pitcher who is with a 3.45 ERA and 59 strikeouts. Up first for the Astros is Jose Urquidy, who is a right-handed pitcher who is 12-4 with a 3.63 ERA and 104 strikeouts. Up first for the Birds is Mullins at DH batting .267, and then Rushman at catcher batting .253, and then Santander at left field batting .258, and then Mountcastle at first base batting .248, and then Hayes at right field batting .254, and then Urias at third base batting .250, and then McKenna at center field batting .258, and then Odor at second base batting .203, and then Mateo at shortstop batting .228. Up first for the Astros is Altuve at second base batting .283, and then Gurriel at first base batting .246, and then Alvarez at DH batting .294.
Get a homer.
Bregman at third base batting .269, and then Tucker at right field batting .260, and then Vasquez at catcher batting .291, and then Mancini at left field batting .261, Hensley at shortstop.
Huh.
No stats.
Yeah, new guy.
New guy.
All right.
Dubon at center field. And then Dubon at center field batting .217.
Okay, go Astros. Gotta snap back and win. Can't mess around.
Yep. And the Angels just got out the Blue Jays.
Okay,
So
one.
it still 1-0. It is the end of the 6th.
Ohtani looks good. Okay, last night the Yankees beat the Oakland A's in Oakland at the Oakland Coliseum 3-2. You know how they won? 1 home run. You know who hit it?
Stan.
The Judge.
Well,
one of the two, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my guess.
Yeah. Well, Stanton, he didn't have a hit last night. So he's still coming back. But the Judge had a home run, and he had 3 RBIs off that home run. He's batting .279 for the season. He won the game. It was in the 5th inning off of Sears, and the winning pitcher was Cole. Cole is 10-6 for the season. He went 7 1/3 innings. He gave up 3 hits and 1 earned run. He had 11 strikeouts, and his earned run average is 3.31. And Peralta got the save, his 3rd save of the season. He went the 9th inning. He gave up 2 hits and a run, but he held them by striking out 2, and his earned run average is 2.57. The losing pitcher was Sears, who's a good pitcher. He's 5-1 on the season. He went 6 innings and gave up 8 hits and 3 runs, and his earned run average is 2.28. Yankees beat a good pitcher. And they're going to be at it again tonight. There. All right.
Yep. At 8:07 Central Time in Oakland Coliseum. Up first, starting for the Yanks, is Domingo Germán, who is a right-handed pitcher who's 2-2 with a 3.89 ERA and 26 strikeouts. And then pitching for the A's is Adam Oller, who's a right-handed pitcher who's 2-6 with a 6.41 ERA and 37 strikeouts. And then up first for the A's is Kemp at left field, batting .220, and then Langeliers at DH, batting. Excuse me.
Yeah.
289, and then Murphy at catcher, batting .254, and then Brown at first base, batting .222, and then Pinder at right field, batting .237, and then Mansion at third base, batting .223, and then Bright at second base, batting .222, and then Stevenson at center field, batting .179, and then Allen at shortstop, batting .203.
Let's see if we can get the Astros lineup in.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So we'll give y'all the Blazing Baseball predicted lineup, and we'll base today's lineup off of yesterday's game. And we have Altuve up first at second base, then Gurriel at first base, and then Alvarez at left field, and then Bregman at third base, and then Tucker at right field, and then Mancini at DH, and then Pena at shortstop, and then Myers at center field, and then Maldonado at catcher.
All right.
And so, according to SportsIllustrated.com, Houston Astros Tucker commits to Team USA for a World Baseball Classic.
Oh.
And he'll play for the United States in the World Baseball Classic in 2023. So that'll be a fun thing to look forward to.
Yep. See the other outfielders?
Mm-hmm.
Mookie Betts, Bryce Harper, Mike Trout,
Cedric
and Mullins. Yep. Some really good players. So he's in good company. All
Yep.
right. That's fun. He made the All-Star game this year. Okay.
Yep. And so, according to ESPN, New York Yankees reliever Lou Trevino scrambles to change after warming up in wrong jersey. And I thought that was just pretty funny that someone had to tell him, like, hey, like, you're wearing the wrong jersey. And he was actually wearing Jameson's Taillon's jersey,
Number 50.
And so I guess whoever puts the jerseys in the players' lockers, I guess, just accidentally put the wrong jersey in, and then he just put it on, and then didn't check.
Yeah, he didn't check. It's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But something else happened. Judge hit 49 home runs. So it's a big milestone to hit 50.
Yes.
So I think it was a signal. I think it was a signal to Judge that you're going to get 50 home runs. I think they did it on purpose.
That's funny.
I think they did.
That's really funny.
Because that's good baseball. That's fun. That's good for the fans. That's a good story. I like that story.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. And then it says that Judge, with the 49 home runs, he's in really good company with the home run pace tracker. They're tracking him to see how many home runs he should hit. Comes out to 63. It appears the Judge could hit 63 home runs at his current pace. Okay. And the best one was Barry Bonds, who hit 73 home runs for 2001. But I think he was on steroids.
Yeah,
but we won't say anything about it.
Yeah, it's possible that all the other players were also on steroids.
Yeah, it says Mark McGuire. I think he had 70.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
it's all alleged.
Yeah, yeah,
possible.
Yeah, Sammy Sosa, McGuire, and then underneath him, of course, is Roger Maris and Babe Ruth. But anyway, so at 63, that would be fantastic. We're hoping for that. We'll be keeping track of the pace for Aaron Judge's home runs. The shot that he hit last night was 427 feet in straightaway center field, and it was 109 miles per hour. What fun, huh? There you go, baseball fans. That's a good home run, and it was a 3-run shot.
Yes, and so in the standings in the AL East, we have the Yanks in first place, 8.5 games over the Rays. In the AL Central, the Guardians are 3 games over the Twins. In the AL West, the Astros are 11.5 games over Seattle.
Oof.
In the NL East, the Mets are 2 games over the Braves. In the NL Central, the Cards are 6 games over the Brewers. And in the NL West, the Dodgers are 19.5 games over the Padres. Any other baseball topics you want to go over today on this baseball podcast?
Happy Saturday. Lots of good games tonight. We'll be watching the Astros and the Yankees reigning in victories.
Yep. And we'll catch y'all here tomorrow on Blazing Baseball, Blazing Through tomorrow's baseball topics.
Peace out, Blazing Baseball.